Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are going to be doing a full Realm of Legends clear with Cable, and this is a rank 3 6-star one with some boost, and it took him 15 minutes to do this, which is not the fastest, not the slowest, but do keep in mind like there is one fight vision, and that is just an extremely bad matchup for Cable because you can't degenerate robot characters in this game. So that definitely slowed the time, and otherwise, like, I really like him. One thing I forgot to mention in the Storm versus Cable damage comparison as horseman video is that Cable does not need to be a horseman in order to get this kind of damage output, because like the degeneration heavy thing is from the apocalypse synergy. So being a horseman it definitely benefits him as much as it benefits any other mutant, like making him immune to bleed, regenerate from bleed and stuff, and like whenever the first time you get hit you will become unstoppable, but it's not required. Earlier today I was testing Storm in a base and I was using Cable to get the first thing down, and even without being a horseman he did an absolutely amazing job there. So moving on to these fights, we will be using the SP2 and testing the concussion against the Juggernaut, and you will see that it is pretty strong and it does manage to stop the unstoppable from triggering a few times. So that is pretty cool, and playing Cable, it takes a while to punish special attacks, and you can't punish all the special attacks with a heavy attack, but I am still not very good at it. But this is a rank 3 6-star Cable, fully boosted, and I think I said that before, but I am pretty impressed. Like, I think this is very practical to run this team, because Apocalypse is a great character, Cable is a great character, and that's all you need. You have still 3 slots left. You can maybe take in some character who benefits a lot from being a horseman, like Storm, or maybe Wolverine, Archangel, someone like that, and then make them horsemen. And yeah, like this team, it makes sense to use these guys in end game content, unlike let's say like a lot of full synergy teams or characters who require synergies to extend some durations and stuff. It's not always practical to fit them in the team, but here that is not the case. So moving on to this Juggernaut, I will go for a few special tools and show that these fights, they don't last too long. He's definitely not the fastest potion farmer. Like I'd say Archangel as a horseman would generally speaking be faster. Of course, against immune matchups you wouldn't be able to do that, but even characters like Spider-Ham, I did a speedrun with him as a rank 3 6-star, and I think it was under 13 minutes, which is a little bit faster, but again most of the extra time comes from the vision fight. But I was actually surprised how good he did against the Realm of Legends Realm of Legends Wolverine. Like, even when he had 2 regenerations and a decent amount of power, the degeneration on this guy can really outdamage a lot of stuff. And the thing that I really like about Cable is his regeneration, and it doesn't proc that often, so I won't say that it is a very, like, you can't rely on it. But at the same time, if all you're taking is block damage and you're trying to reparry and stuff like that, then like you can heal all that back within 1 or 2 regenerations. So even in Abyss, I was usually just using special 3 and heavy attacks, and then whenever we cross the bar of power. Also, by the way, Mr. Sinister is a cool synergy. I'm not sure if I'm running that here, let's see, but yeah, so it gives you 3 things: armor, power gain, or a fury. So that is kind of an interesting synergy, but as I was saying, his regeneration is not reliable, but at the same time it is useful. And you can say the same thing about power gain. I don't think you should be using any special attacks unless you need the concussion from the SP2. Just go for SP3s or just store your power and spam heavy attacks, I'd say. But as you can see, like, these guys, they are not lasting very long, and the more I play him, the more I get used to using heavy attack, because none of my most used characters really rely on the spacing and stuff. Although his heavy attack has a really long reach, so you don't have to be really good at spacing, you just have to get out of the special attack and then throw a heavy of your own. Yeah, as you can see, like this rhino, he is going down pretty quick, and if you see the hits, and that is one thing which makes him a pretty decent option for Abyss of Legends, is that even though it is taking some time to get these fights down, like he's not the quickest option, but if we take a look at the number of hits, because we are just mostly doing parry heavies or basically just using heavy attacks, the overall hit counter is less, and in Abyss of Legends you can only do a certain number of hits in one particular fight, which makes him a really decent option to solo a lot of fights in Abyss of Legends. Like he can solo the Thing boss, and I'm sure he can do the Omega Red as well. I'm not sure, but I am going to be trying him out in Abyss a little more, and we will be having a few videos on him and also Storm as a horseman in Abyss. I tried her against Omega Red and also Quake, and she did like 50% on Omega Red, and then like I pushed him to 2 bars of power, and then it didn't go well from there. But anyways, coming back to Gable, I really like him. I think between him and Storm in longer fights like Labyrinth, I'd say Storm can out damage him, but Gable is still the better character, because first he doesn't need to be a horseman, and then power gain and regeneration, even though it's not incredibly reliable, but because we are talking about these longer fights, you are gaining a lot of power, so you end up getting them, and it helps you stay topped off. So that is one thing. So this is the worst fight for sure. As you can see, like we did the heavy attack, no degeneration, so we're going to hit, we're going to go for basic hits, and he doesn't do much damage on basic hits. We are also going to go for special 2s, and if it crits, like for a rank 3 6-star, it doesn't do that much damage, but it's not too bad at the same time. Like will it crit? And then there is some incinerate damage, again for a boosted rank 3, nothing too exciting, but yeah, so this fight is definitely going to take a while, but do let me know what do you guys think of Gable. If you want me to test him in some content, maybe. We still don't have Act 7 in the CCP beta or variant 6, but anything else like story content or variants, we do have them, and I can test them out. I might even do a best stream with him, and we won't do a full clear, but we can test him out in the first few initial fights, and he works pretty well. So yeah, that is basically it for this video. It is a long one, it's 15 minutes, and I'm running out of things to say, so I guess I'll just talk about random stuff, huh? So yeah, hopefully we have seen the strife synergy in the abilities, right? What is it? Strife, yeah, it gives him some, like he gives the opponent less power when you use the special attack, I think. And even though I haven't tried it, I don't think that is going to be a great synergy, because you don't really use special attacks with him in the usual rotation, and even then it's a very minor synergy. So yeah, I'm not sure if that, but overall, like Gable is a very interesting character. He was definitely a dud before Apocalypse, and now I would say that with this synergy, he is a top 5 mutant character, and mutant class is just extremely competitive. But it's weird, like tier list and stuff, when you consider synergy, and especially because of Apocalypse makes it even like much harder, because there are characters like Psylocke, Cable, Storm, who would otherwise be very low in tier list, but with Apocalypse they are all really good. And now we have class advantage. As you can see, we have some regeneration, some power gain going. Usually when I used to fight against Cable, all the stuff used to trigger, but while fighting with him, this is the first time I'm seeing a lot of regeneration and power gain proc. But overall, I really like the playstyle. It could definitely get boring, like heavy spams, and but the damage is definitely there. There is some utility, and because if you make him a horseman, he can be, with the white magneto synergy, he can heal from poison, and he can also like as a horseman heal from bleed, so that is just regeneration then, and that does give him a fair bit of utility. So overall, I really think that he is a character that if you have Apocalypse and if you have a 6-star Cable, I would say he's worth rank 3. Although usually I don't like characters who are not great by themselves and need a synergy, but this is kind of an exception, and I think a very practical team setup. But now we are against Scarlet Witch, and she will power drain at some point, and that is pretty good. Like, I don't mind being power drained. I'll just spam heavies in the corner, and that is going to be a pretty good time. I think we should have that in a second. And right now again we have regeneration, and as you can see, like, we used a fair amount of special attacks against the. So here I guess you can block her special if you're close to her and then use your heavy attack. So here the power drain is done and we are really close to her, so we can spam like 3 special attacks and have a lot of degeneration damage going. But yeah, as I was saying, against Vision we used a lot of special tools, we got some recoil damage, but again, because of the regeneration and healing from suicides, we are always finishing at 100% health, so that is something that is pretty cool. We're not using White Magneto synergy, but I tried that, and in Labyrinth that could be a really useful synergy because of the limbo. On Abyss, of course, you don't have limbo, you can parry as much as you want. But yeah, this is also another interesting fight. I thought that he would be able to outdamage the regeneration, but he did it pretty easily. Like you're going to see, it's not a very long fight, and I thought I might have to use some special tools for the concussion, and then maybe the concussion will stop the regeneration from proccing for a while, and in that time. But I think we didn't need to do anything, and just the degeneration, the raw damage took him down. So right now, like, we have 9 degeneration, and if you see his health bar, he is regenerating like over 1000 per tick, but he's degenerating really quickly as well. And now he has 2 regenerations, but still we have a lot of. I don't think we have despair, but that could have helped, I guess. But he just straight up goes down, and it's a very easy kill. So just 2 fights left now, and none of them are particularly interesting, but the Wolverine kill definitely impressed me. I do think he will be great for future stuff in Act 7 and different variants. If you can bring him in and use him, then like, he'll just against like shorter health pools also. Like, he is not a character who needs any ramp up. From the first heavy attack you are doing an incredible amount of damage to the opponent, and very few characters are immune to degeneration, like only robots. So if you bring in like Magneto with him, so anything that is not a robot you can use Cable, and anything that is a metal character or robot you can go for Magneto. So that would be pretty good convenient synergy, like team to use. And as you can see, like, we're 20 every fight, it's taking 20 to 30 hits if you ignore the Vision fight, and we also got stunned there. But even like, because we also have the armor, I'm not sure what the armor like exactly percentage is, but I guess that is the reason we didn't take that much damage, because like, it wasn't even a dent on Cable's health pool there. But now moving on to the final fight, it is going to be this Hulk, and yeah, I think I'm done with the commentary. So this is going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Like this video, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Stay safe. Bye bye.